So, good afternoon, friends. So, in the previous sessions, we have discussed about the basics of NLP. So, what is we got just introduction to NLP. So, what is actually NLP? What are the different applications of NLP? And what is the pipeline, NLP pipeline, and which are the tasks that we are going to do there? And those are all the things that we have seen in the previous session. Okay, so now in today's session we shall get into the next step. So that is uh, what is the next steps after text pre-processing. So just a sec, let me just share my screen. NLP. Okay. So today we shall say after stop word removal, after text cleaning, and after doing the things like tokenizations, stop word removals, stemming, and lemmatization. So what's the next step that we are going to do in text pre-processing actually is, so converting all those finalized words, important words list into the numerical format. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do here is, so converting those things to the numerical format. Okay, so how we can convert the data which is in the form of words or like alphabet sequence, so into a numerical format. So we can use a specific techniques called as bag of words and TF-IDF technique, or our usual one-hot encoding, for converting these texts into a numerical format. Okay, so let us see how this is going to work out, and how this can be implemented. So let me just have a statement here. Recording is has to take okay. So coming to the one hot encoding, so let me just create a data set. So one hot encoding, how it can be done. Okay, so in the previous ML classes itself, we have been seeing the how this is going to work out. So if we have the data like this, right? So fruit, apple, mango, like which are the different kinds of unique values for a feature we have. So for all those unique features, will be assigned with a unique number sequence, right? So for example, if I have the fruit column, fruit features like this, so then so it can be converted to the numerical values like by creating a new columns like, so fruit, apple, and fruit, mango, right? So likewise, whatever the unique values are, so values are there, so many columns will be created, and whatever the values are there, right? So for all those values, the number sequence will be changed, right? So the fruit apple, if it is present, and what's the categorical value for that, so that will be given here. Okay, so if that so we'll be seeing three different unique values in the fruit column, fruit feature. So one is apple, one is mango, and another one is orange. So in the first row, if the apple is present, so then that will be and that column will be given with value 0. Okay, so in the second Okay, so and other two values will be given with 0, and in the second mango is present, so only that column will get the value 1, so both the other columns will get 0. Okay, so in the third you will be having apple, so in that if the apple column will be given with value 1. Okay, so and next will be given with, others will be given with 0. Then the third one, fourth one, orange, so orange column, so only that column will get 1, so both other columns will get 0. So in this format, so the categorical value is converted into a numerical value. Okay, so this also we can use here in NLP for converting the text data into a numerical data. Okay, so we can implement this by using a pandas also. Okay, so by using a method called get dummies, so that or you can use from the scikit-learn library using a one hot encoder model, so that also you can do. Both the ways you can convert these categorical data into a numerical data. Okay, so anyway we have used those things in the previous classes itself, so I'm not going to deeper with that. So okay, so let's just concentrate on the rest of the techniques. Okay, so what are those? The next technique that is going to represent the text in NLP into the format of numbers, converted to the numbers, or you can call it as vectors. Okay, so what is that? So that is nothing but your bag of words. It is bag of words. Okay, so what is that bag of words, how it is going to work out? So bag of words model in NLP, so it is a technique which will convert the text data into the numbers, so that the machine learning algorithms can understand it, interpret it, and it can also generate the language data. Okay, so the how it is going to work out. So bag of words model, it will going to turn the text like a sentence or a paragraphs or a document into a collection of words. So that's why so the name is saying like bag of words. So it will going to collect the words from the sentence or from the paragraph or from the document, so and collect all those words and counts how often each word appears, but ignoring the order of the words. Okay, so it will going to first create the bag of words, collection of words, then it will going to count how often, the frequency of the word appears in the document, and then it also ignores the order of the words. Even the first line may get the unique words, last line may get the unique words. So finally what happens, the sequence of words that it is giving, so it is not in the order that they are appearing in the document. Okay, so it will just ignore the order of the words present in the document. Instead it will just have the collection of words. Okay, so bag ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಗಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಏನೋ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಾಕ್ಸಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಶಫಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದೇ ಆಸ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ model. Okay, it does not consider the order of the words, so or their grammar, but focus on the counting how often each word appears in the text. Okay, or like a sentence or a paragraph or the document. So how often it is like frequency of the word is going to consider, only the frequency it is going to consider, and not the order of the words and not the grammar it is going to consider. So that's why it is not going to catch the features like meaning of the word or importance of the word while it is collecting the words. So instead it is just find out the frequency of the words. Okay, and this makes it useful for the tasks like text classification, sentiment analysis, or the clustering. Okay, so type of task that you are doing, so for those things it is going to be most helpful for classification of the text, sentiment analysis by considering the words or how often it is repeated. So by considering these type of stuff, so this could be helpful for doing such task. Okay, so coming to the key components of the bag of words. Okay, so the key components are vocabulary. Okay, and the next one is document, how it is represented. Document representation. So these are the two important key components that the NLP is going to do using a pack of words. Okay, so what is actually vocabulary? Vocabulary is a list of unique words from the entire text information that you have used as a input, raw input. Okay, so raw input ಆಗಿ ನೀವೇನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಯೂನಿಕ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, so it can be is, it can be the, it can be like, it can be NLP, it can be emotion, it can be learning, so it can be normalization, it can be for, it can be is, anything. So but you have the set, you'll by the end of the model, so it will go, you will going to have a list of words, a bag of words, so which contains only the unique words from the entire data set. Might be it might be repeated many times, but only one appearance has been taken. So which word has been appeared at least once, so that way is taken out and put it in a bag. So and that is what your vocabulary means. Your vocabulary contains the sequence set of words, so that you have in your data set. Okay, and each word in this vocabulary corresponds to the feature in the model. Like whatever the model you are going to use, for that it acts like a feature. Okay, and coming to the document representation, so document representation, each document is represented as a vector where each element shows the frequency of the words from the vocabulary. Okay, how many times it has been repeated in the document, particular document, so that will be taken and that will be represented as the numerical format. So and that's how it is going to be converted from the categorical format to numerical format. So let us take an example and we should see how it is going to work out. Okay, so let me create a statement. So we'll have 2 or 3 statements. So like I love NLP, so I'll have it. Another statement saying NLP is interesting. Third statement is ML is trending. AI is trending. Trending learning technology, or technology for learning. So that also you can use. Okay, so now just observe. So what are the unique set of words you have in your example here? So let us take a simple statement, only one statement at a time. Okay, so I'll just remove this. Okay, so you have a word called AI is trending learning technology, and NLP is a part of it, and I love to learn NLP. Okay, that's it. So now just observe. So what are the unique set of words you have in this? So first we need to take out that. So we need to create a vocabulary. So what are the unique words? You have AI, Okay, so you have ease, you have trending, you have technology, you have and, you have NLP, you have ease. Ease is already taken. You have a part of it. I love. So 2 is already taken. No, so it is 2. So it is NLP. Okay, so it's not NLP. It is learn. Okay, so NLP is already taken here. Okay, so you have a unique set of words. So you're going to create a vocabulary which will have a unique set of words. Okay, so now we need to convert that into a words. Okay, so how you're going to do it? So you have two statements actually here, right? Sorry. Right. So this is one statement and this is another statement. So we'll go for this. So this is a word. So you have a words idu. So you have a sentence. One ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು? Sentence 2. Okay, so words are this AI. Okay, so AI is present in first document. Is AI is present in first document? First document ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆನಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆನಾ? So yes, it is present. So 1. So how many times it is appear? Only one time. Okay, next sentence 2 ನಲ್ಲಿ no, it is 0. Next is ಎಷ್ಟಲ್ಲಿದೆ? 1 ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 1 ಇದೆ, 2 ಇದೆ, 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ 0. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡಿಂಗ್, only one time. In the second it is 0. Next learning, it is 1, it is 0. Third one technology, it is 1, it is 0. It is and. So next ಈ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ಥರ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ 0. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ NLP, it is present one time here and one time here. Next A, so it is present one time here and here it is 0. It is a part of it. I love to learn. Okay, so part is okay, so it is one time and here it is 0. Of, so here it is 1, here it is 0. It is 1, it is 0. It is 1, so you have 0. Sorry, it is actually 0. It is 0. In the second statement you have this word, so 0. So love, so here no, it is 0. For the second you have 1. So next to you have it for 2, no, it is 0, and you have 1 appearance over there. And finally learn, so it is 0 and it is 1. Okay, so now this sequence, like the first sentence, can be represented like the sequence of words like 1 comma 2 comma, so whatever the words like 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1 comma, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 5 4 2 3 4 and 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, and second sentence, sentence 2 will be represented in the sequence format of 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 comma 0. Okay, so in this sequence now, so this word is represented like this and this is represented like this. So this is how, so then it will going to convert the statements into a numerical format. So the text is converted to a numbers. So this makes it usable for machine learning models. Okay, so in the meanwhile, so we have to add on the pre-processing steps, text pre-processing steps, like we have to remove the punctuations, we have to remove the stop words, we have to find out the stem words. So likewise all those steps has to be taken. So and if you do that, so some of the words here will be removed, like is, a, the, it, I, so those kind of words will be removed from the list. Okay, and after that whatever the rest of the words will be there, so considering those words the sequence will be created, and that sequence will be used as a numerical representation for this text data. Okay, so this is how it is going to find out, it is going to convert the sequence numerical format. It is going to convert the text data into a numerical format. Okay, so that is how you can do this. So let us just implement this in the Python. Okay, so how we can do it? So here you have a library called as, let's just have it from sklearn dot, so we have a method called feature extraction dot text, feature extraction dot text, import count vectorizer. So this is the sub module that we are going to use to implement bag of words. So what we need to do, so we have to feed the model with the raw model with the raw data. Okay, so consider this is my data, okay, raw data. So here next I have to create a BoW model. Okay, so bag of words model. How? So vectorizer is just a variable is equal to count vectorizer. Okay, so then I have to feed the model. So vectorizer dot fit underscore transform. So what is my data? It is documents. Okay, next I have to run this. So once this has been done, then we can go for converting next process. Okay. So this can be stored in a separate variable. Okay, so just have x is equal to v, so that the variable will be stored in a particular variable, values will be stored in a particular variable, and that we can use for further process. Okay, so just wait for a while, so it will get execute. Yeah, so it is stored. Now we'll just remove this. So have a variable on this. Now we can go for what are the features it has been taken. So as I said, so the sequence of words that you got from this is nothing but these words are nothing but your features. Okay, so what are the features here for this data set? So this is the data set feature words. Okay, here at the primary level, so the basic stop words will be removed by default implicitly, but the rest or even the punctuations also removed. Some sort of pre-processing will be done in this back of words model, but to make sure, in order to avoid unnecessary conflicts, so we can do it externally. Okay, so again, so after implementing this bag of words technique, so these are all the features that has been created for this data set. Okay, so we have a unique words, right? So you can see here the order of word is not fixed, right? So it is not followed the order of the statements present in the while it is created. So here I, NLP, love, so and love, machine learning, so NLP is fun. So everything has been shuffled here, and only the unique words have been taken for considerations. Okay, now this has been applied with a model. So let us just see. So what are the unique representation of like sequential numerical representation of this sequential data? Okay, then we have to convert that into a matrix format. So just run this. See, this is how. So these three statements will be converted into a numerical format. Okay, so that's how we can implement the bag of words. So each row here represents one sentence and each column represents one word from the vocabulary. Okay, so how many words are there in your vocabulary? So that many columns you could see in your results. Okay, and you can also use the specific attributes which is presented. So in this, so which can explicitly do some pre-processing and all. So just like mentioning stop words removal. Right? So you can see previously is was there, so now it is not. So one dimension has been reduced. Okay, so that's how. So you can implement bag of words in order to convert that text information into a numerical vectors. Okay, so that's how you can implement bag of words. Okay, so which is and very similar to this, so we have another technique called as TF-IDF technique. Okay, so TF-IDF technique is what you are going to use for excuse me. So it is a technique used in NLP. So it also used to measure like in order whatever the bag of words is doing, it will going to convert the text data into numerical data, just forgetting about the order of the words or meaning of the words. So keeping like it won't understand the meaning of the words. Okay, so that's why we'll just like whatever the drawbacks that are coming out from the bag of words, so that can be overcome in the next technique called as TF-IDF. Okay, so what is that? So it is abbreviated from the words like term frequency, inverse document frequency. Term frequency, inverse document frequency, TF-IDF. Okay, so what it will going to do? So it will going to find out the term frequency and the document wise word frequency. Okay, so term in the sense word. Okay, so it will go to identify the words frequencies and document wise and even the word wise, sentence wise. Okay, so it will go to find out those things and it will go to use it for finding out the importance of the word. Okay, so that is the key technique behind this TF-IDF technique. So it improves the bag of words by giving weights to the words instead of just counting them. So and that weights can be calculated using a specific equations called as term frequency and the inverse document frequency formulas. Okay, so let me just show you what are all the formulas that this is going to be used. I'll just show you that. Yes, you can see here. So this is the equations for term frequency and inverse document frequency. So term frequency, what it will do? So in the term frequency, it will going to find out the words that appear more frequently in the document. And in the words frequency in IDF, so it will going to find out the words that appear in many documents. Okay, so like across all the documents. Okay, so a particular document check ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So here, so the number of words term appears in a document ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರೆ IDF ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇವೆರಡದು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಚ್ tells us the importance of the words. So that words that appear more frequently in the document, that means that is the important word. So if that word specific words that appear in many documents, so which is less important. So ತುಂಬಾ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದೇ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. Okay, so that is how the importance has been gauged and used for sentiment analysis or predictions type of text analysis and predictions type of things. Okay, so let us just have a small implementation of this. So what we need to do, instead of just we'll do the same thing, so what we have done here, so that also can be imported from the library. So from sklearn.feature extraction.text import TF-IDF vectorizer. Okay, so next we shall have the document. I'll use the same documents. Okay, then so my vectorizer is equal to so TF-IDF vectorizer. Okay, so x is equal to so vectorizer dot fit transform. So what is the documents? Okay, so next just need to print x dot to array and even what are the features. Vectorizer dot get features out. Okay, let me just have a separate print statement so then it can be seen clearly. Okay, so these are the words that has been taken from this model. Okay, just and this is a array. Okay, so you can see the values here. So what is these values are representing? So higher value in the sense, so higher the value is important, that a particular word is important. Okay, so you can see here, so we have the word like I love NLP and I love machine learning, right? So you have a different words like I love NLP, I love machine learning. So word love appears in both the statements, right? So that means it is the word love is very low, like across the documents ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಯಾವುದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಲೋ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, that like word NLP or machine learning is what appears only once in the particular statement. Okay, so that means it has the high importance. So TF-IDF gives a higher weight to the NLP than love, than I. Okay, even for the machine learning also it will do the same thing. Okay, so and that's how TF-IDF can be implemented. So it is just a smarter version of the bag of words, so that weights the words based on the importance, and also helps the models to focus on the meaningful words. Okay, so that's how this can be like that can this text that can be converted into a numerical vectors. Okay, and where these kind of things will be used, like wherever you are using ranking type of results in the search engines, or document similarities, or if you are using a text classification, or if you are using information retrieve ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದನಾದರೂ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದಾಗ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಆ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ implementations, so applications, you are going to use this kind of technique for extracting the important words, importance of the word, and based on that you can get the information. Okay, ಸೊ ಈಗ ಬ್ರೌಸರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇನೋ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತಲೇ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅದು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ನ ಅದು ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಥರ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಇಂಜಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅದರ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುವಂಥ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸೈಟ್ಸಿಂದ ಸರ್ವರ್ಸಿಂದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ನ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಸೊ ಆ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ನೇ ಅದು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈ ಸೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ತುಂಬ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ತುಂಬ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಫೆಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡು ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರೋಂಥ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೀಬೋರ್ಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಥರ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಟ್ರೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು TF-IDF ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ನ ತುಂಬ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, just because it highlights the important words and it